Today saw the release of a crazy amount of game-changing news for Destiny 2. Like I'm talking, this is some of the biggest news we've had for Destiny maybe ever. There's been a lot of buzz going around about the next chapter of Destiny 2, and a lot of information was revealed today both on Bungie's livestream and on their website. It looks like the next chapter of Destiny is going to get pretty crazy, with news for the brand new DLC called Shadowkeep, cross-save, Google Stadia, and how Bungie is going to shape the future of Destiny. Let's get into it. First off, Destiny 2 Vanilla is going free to play for everyone on all platforms. All Year 1 content is being made free as well, so that includes Curse of Osiris and Warmind. This free version includes, quote, all foundational modes, activities, and rewards in Year 1, and this core experience is going to be renamed Destiny 2 New Light. This is an effort to win back players and reduce that absurdly high barrier to entry that has turned so many players away. You no longer need to own older expansions to get access to new content, which is huge. Both Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 had a really rough start, requiring players to dump tons of money for each expansion or season pass, which prompted player engagement to decline. This was further exacerbated by the fact that you needed to buy all previous content to play new stuff. But all of this is changing in September, as players who jump into this new free experience will get to play the first campaign mission of the original Destiny game, now remastered, and after that mission ends, it'll take them right to the new tower in Destiny 2 so they can begin playing all the activities from Year 1. Also including Gambit. Players who own this free version can also traverse around DLC destinations to check them out. So Destiny 2 New Light is all of the Year 1 content free for everyone on all platforms. And the biggest takeaway from this is that New Light is the entry point for new players. If you want to play Destiny with your friend but he doesn't want to have to buy all the old previous DLCs or grind for 100 hours to catch up, well now he can just hop in for free, play the first mission, and if he buys the new DLC, he'll be ready to play instantly. No more forcing players to grind for hundreds of hours to play any new content, and no forcing players to buy old content either. And on September 17th, Destiny 2 gets its new expansion called Shadowkeep. The description of the DLC reads, "New nightmares have emerged from the shadows of our moon. Called forth by haunting visions, Eris Morn has returned. Join her to slay these nightmares before they reach out beyond the moon to cast humanity back into an age of darkness." Continuing the Hive theme, it looks like we're getting a larger than normal DLC this time, probably not Forsaken sized, but definitely somewhere in between. We'll be facing down the new Hive creatures and plenty of old familiar faces that we've killed in our past. The Shadowkeep DLC, which is set at $35, will include the following: new missions, new quests, a new location, a new dungeon, and a new raid in the Black Garden, and new gear and weapons, as well as a season pass for the Season of Undying. It's also worth noting that players found a bad juju catalyst in the game right now, so it's likely this is returning in the Shadowkeep DLC as well. Bungie talked quite a bit on their reveal stream about their goals for the future of Destiny, and among those was pushing the game more towards an RPG, allowing more customization, more stats for things, more upgradable things, and improving the social features of the game. They said that when Shadowkeep launches, it's going to take the RPG side of Destiny 2 to an entirely new level. They also talked Crucible, admitting they haven't focused on it as much as they would have liked, and are completely redesigning the playlists, bringing back the beloved game modes from the past, making Crucible Labs a huge part of Crucible, and more. Season 8, Season of the Undying, is going to be game-changing. To have a new raid and a new dungeon this September is crazy. I was expecting another small annual pass drop, but it looks like we're getting a much larger DLC to kick off the next chapter, which is very, very cool. The Deluxe Edition will include 4 Season Pass content drops, with the first one being Season 8, each offering exclusive seasonal activities, artifacts, and rewards. It also comes with an exotic emote, an exotic ghost shell, and an emblem which are themed around Eris Morn. So I mentioned Season Pass content drops. What does that mean? Basically, the annual pass this time around is being converted into 4 separate season passes, one for each of the new seasons of content. You can buy all of them at once for a reduced price included with the Deluxe Edition if you know you're already going to play them all, but you can also buy the future DLC, aka Season Passes, individually. It was described as follows: the core game will stay free, while additional content will be made available in the form of paid a la carte offerings like Shadowkeep. So they're still offering an annual pass type deal, but now they've allowed players to only pay for what they want separately, instead of requiring you to purchase content that you haven't seen yet. Once a new season drops, you can decide whether or not you want to pay for it, or you can just as easily skip it. And to me, that is perfect. But hold on, there is even better news on top of all of this. There will be no more PlayStation exclusive gear. They're done with that, which is a huge relief. No more being locked out of strikes, exotics, armor, etc. Everyone is going to be on the same page going forward. Speaking of the same page, the game will also get cross-save later this year, which is incredible news. Xbox and PC were locked in early, and thanks to a last-minute meeting, Bungie was able to convince Sony to work with them, and so all platforms are getting cross-save. Along with the cross-save feature, Destiny 2 is coming to Steam. In fact, it's already there right now. You can check out the store page, and Bungie is going to allow players to migrate their Battle.net accounts over to Steam for free later this year. Definitely looks like Steam is getting a lot of heavy hitters this year, with Halo the Master Chief Collection and Halo Reach making their debut on the platform. Funnily enough, also games made by Bungie, along with Microsoft's recent announcement that they're bringing more of their games to Steam in the near future. Destiny 2 New Light was announced as a launch title for Google's new platform, Stadia, that boasts cloud gaming from anywhere. If you don't own a gaming PC, you'll be able to play Destiny 2 directly from Google Chrome, provided you have a 10 megabyte per second download and a 1 megabyte per second upload. Although we'll see how well that works out when it launches in November as a subscription service for $9, allowing you to stream games in up to 4K, with a free version of Stadia launching in 2020 offering games at 1080p. It's pretty awesome Bungie was able to get Destiny 2 to be a launch title that'll definitely get a lot more people trying it out and maybe falling in love with it. There is also so much information packed into the 14-minute ViDoc released on Bungie's YouTube channel. Things like being able to put the perks you want on the armor you want, new seasonal artifacts, new exotics, new finisher moves, so much stuff that I couldn't possibly cover in this video. Definitely watch the ViDoc if you haven't already. It shows a lot of cool new stuff and teases a lot of new stuff in the DLC. All of this news completely changes the game for Destiny and for Bungie. Thanks to their split from Activision, they have taken a completely new direction, one that leads them to cross-save for Xbox, PC, and PS4, cloud gaming on Google Stadia, making the core experience free for all players, not requiring previous expansions to play the new stuff, and all future content being available to buy separately with no PlayStation exclusives in sight. And that, on top of all the information about Shadowkeep and the way the core Destiny experience is changing, sounds absolutely insane. It seems like Bungie has kind of figured out what they want Destiny to be, and that seems really great. It looks like these changes are going to bring in loads of new players, and especially with it being available on Steam and Stadia, I for one am absolutely hopping over to PC as soon as that new DLC drops. Please guys, let me know what you're most excited about in the comments, and with that, I'll see you all in the next video.